Alright, hey, HadesOmega here, and in this video, HadesOmega is gonna build a kind of travel charger with adapters, okay? So, last year, I bought this EVSE, alright, this guy right here, alright? It's the, it's from a Prius Prime is what I bought it from, alright? So, I bought it on Facebook Marketplace. I got a pretty good deal on it. I got it for $100, alright? I think the husband bought a Tesla, and then the wife bought, she still had a Prius Prime, and she said she liked the Prius Prime better. Funny. Anyway, so this is, I guess they had an extra charger lying around, and, well, maybe they had two Prius Primes. Maybe that was it. I can't remember. But anyway, I bought this for $100, alright? That's a steal, alright, guys? I don't really know how much these are MSRP, but it's got to be more than like $300 for one of these guys. So, HadesOmega actually likes this charger that comes with the Rav4 Prime, okay? And I also verified it just now. I looked at the part number on the back of this thing, and it's the exact same EVSE that comes with the Rav4 Prime, okay? So, I don't know. I have a 2021 Rav4 Prime SE, so I'm not really sure what all comes with like the newer versions, alright? The 2022 to 2025 models, alright? I do know they have different chargers on them. I think in the 2023 or 2024 models, they all come with the fast charger now, okay? The 6 kilowatt charger, so boo-hoo, I wish they'd done that in the first place, okay? Okay, yeah, let me talk about why I like this charger, alright? One, it doesn't care if you have a bonded ground, alright? It'll charge from like anything, okay, guys? So if you plugged it into a generator and you didn't, the neutral isn't bonded to the ground, it will still operate, alright? So that's one thing I noticed about this. Does it make it safer or less safer? I don't know, man, but it still works. So that's generally if you plug it, if you plug into a generator, if you want to charge from a gasoline generator, you need to bond the neutral to the ground, alright? Because it's looking for that neutral ground bond, alright? And so you have to have like a special plug that, you know, it bonds the neutral to the ground. And this doesn't need that, alright? That's one thing I've learned about it. So that's one of the neat things about it. I like the J1772 plug, alright? It's pretty nice, alright? It's one of the nicer ones I've used. Or I have a kind of Leviton charger, and I don't like the J1772 plug. Okay, on it. This one, it just glides nicely in there, and it locks in place. All right. And another thing is I like the cord. All right, the cord is nice and flexible. All right, the cord that's on my Leviton charger. Okay, I talk about the Leviton charger because I have a charger. So I'm trying to make a kit like this with that, alright guys? So this is a Leviton level 2 charger, alright, that I've like pieced together over time, and it's got all sorts of adapters, so if I go someplace, I can plug in, alright, and then I can charge my car, you know, from whatever outlet is available, okay? And I've been using it for a while now, and it works real good, okay? The only thing is, I don't like the cord on this thing, alright? It's too thick, and it's hard to reel, alright? This one is nice and flexible. It's more flexy. Alright, like I said, I don't like the hair dryer part, alright? The J1772 on this. I don't like the way it plugs in, too. Alright, so I would rather go with the Toyota one, alright? Also, one thing I do like about this is you can charge it level 2, alright? You can charge it at 220 volts, okay, basically. So I can plug it into like the dryer outlet in my garage and charge my Rav4 at 3 kilowatts, okay? Pretty simple. And I have a previous video where I showed you like it works and all that stuff, so I'm not gonna show you like so in this video I'm just gonna show you how I'm gonna build this travel charger that I'm building, alright? It's probably gonna take the place of this, so I'm just gonna put it in like a messenger bag like this, and it's gonna have all sorts of adapters and stuff, so when I travel or go camping or whatever, and there's a certain power plug, and I can plug into it and charge my Rav4, right? And charge my Rav4 with faster charging. Okay, so the problem is they don't give you Toyota didn't give you any adapters for this charger. They only meant for you to use this thing at home, I guess. Okay, it's got a 515P on it. All right, 515 plug, which is like the standard, you know, your regular household outlet. All right, it's only this. It can only charge at like 1500 watts, somewhere around there. Okay, so you can double that if you plug it into 220 volts. All right, so it'll actually function on a 220 volts. All right, and I've verified it that it works and all that stuff. So when I'm done, we'll test it all out and stuff. All right, but this in this video is a little how to wire make an adapter plug for it. All right, and then when I got everything all together, I'll show you what it is. I'm going to show you how to make one adapter. All right, and then I'm just going to make the rest of them. You shouldn't need to solder anything. All right. All you're going to really need are cutters, all right, like this, guys, all right, and then a stripper like this guy, all right, and then you're going to need a plethora of, you're going to need cords, all right. Let's get this out of the way. Okay, so one thing that works good are extension cords. You want to use the highest quality extension cords you can get, all right. So this one is a 16 gauge cord, all right. Oh, I think I was using this for the lighting in my garage. All right, that's what that was for. All right, and then here I've got some. Basically, you just need the wire, guys. Okay, but if you have an extension cord, oh yeah, this one doesn't have it. We're just going to use the wires for this one. If you have an extension cord that has the receptacle on it, then you can use that. All right, so you're going to need at least some kind of AC, household AC cord, all right? And you're going to need, try to get the thickest ones that you can get, all right? The one that can hold the most power, all right? You don't want some thin, light-duty stuff, all right? Because that will get hot, all right? And HadesOmega will probably, I'll monitor this when I use it, all right, to see, make sure it doesn't get too hot. But the one that I built in my garage, it works great, okay? So that's what I'm kind of modeling this one off of. You're going to need a bunch of these guys, all right? So I got this from Harbor Freight, all right, but it's it's basically a receptacle plug, okay? It's a 2-pole, 3-wire ground, 515R, all right? R stands for receptacle, all right? Okay, you can find these. We can find these at like Home Depot also. All right, but I think I got this from Harbor Freight. Okay, and basically it just makes it so you can plug this into this. All right, and so we're just gonna make an adapter so we can plug this. All right, into this. All right, using this. All right, and this. All right, guys. So there you go. That's what I got. All right. So this one is a 1430p, all right? So I'll show you all the different plugs that I got. You're probably gonna want two. There's two main ones that you're gonna want, all right, guys? So here's two of them. All right, so this here is a 1430p, all right? 1430p is a 30 amp plug, mostly used in you know, like dryers, okay? It's got four pins on it, all right, but you're only going to use 3, okay? You're going to lose the neutral. Okay, and then this is a 1450p. Yep, this is a 1450p. All right, and so you'll see these. I don't really know where they use these, but these are the most common plugs that you'll find like at RV parks, all right, or campgrounds. Yeah, so like RVs use them. I guess dryers and stuff could use them, and a lot of EVSEs use them. Okay, so that's the adapter we're gonna use. Also, since HadesOmega has a bunch of adapters for this, so I have a bunch of plugs that you can buy. You can actually buy EVSE adapters on Amazon and stuff that have already the ends on it and stuff, and I have a bunch of them already. My other EVSE has this plug at the end of it. So if I wire this to it, I can use all the adapters that I have for that. Okay, so this is I think it's a L30. it's a L620P is what this is, okay? And I'll put links in the description where I bought all these, all right? I think I bought all of these on Amazon, all right, guys? And like I said, you can probably just go to like Home Depot or something and buy this stuff, all right? So it's not hard stuff to find, all right? Also, if you have like a dryer, like a dryer plug. Yeah, if you have like a plug for like a dryer or whatever, like a 1450p, then you can use that too, okay? Yeah, so like I said, I've tested this already and I know it's safe, all right, guys? So you guys will find out if I burn my house down or whatever later, or my Rav4 down, if something happens, all right? But I've used it in my garage a lot, and it should be good, all right? And I've used this a lot, and it works great as well, all right? So it's just it's kind of inconvenient to carry that all the time. It's kind of too heavy duty. Okay, all right. So let's get this party started. All right. So here's my work area. Sorry, it's a mess. HadesOmega's been doing a lot of project stuff lately. All right. So so I've got a cord here that I cut off. All right, look at how thick the wires are. Just try to get the thickest wire you can get. I think these are the same. They look the same to me. Okay. Also, you can probably just buy like some kind of a like a 3-wire plug or a 4-wire plug from Home Depot for like household wiring. All right, but I find it's better just use extension cords. All right, use heavy duty, thick extension cords. All right, guys. Okay, so I'm gonna get one of these guys. So I'm gonna build the 1450p one. All right, so I think this is if there's any adapter that you want to build out there, this one is the most useful one. Okay, guys. This one it holds the most power, and I feel it's the most common one that you'll find out in the in the world. Okay. All right, so it's a 50 amp plug basically. All right, so how's this gonna work, guys? So we're gonna go. So also when you're wiring these guys, try to wire them like how the whatchamacallit tells you, how the instructions on it say, okay? Or if there's any kind of wiring diagram for it, just follow that, okay, guys? Obviously the green wire is going to. Oh yeah. Okay, let's go open up one of these. All right, so I'm gonna make the first one is gonna be black, okay, guys? So I don't need this end, so I'm just gonna cut it off. All right, it can be as long as you want it. All right, so maybe about a foot is what I want. All right, so we'll keep it a foot. Okay, some other tools that might be handy are some linesman pliers. All right, they got the big cutters on it and the pliers and all that stuff. All right, HadesOmega's not a qualified electrician. All right, guys. I have a large wire stripper. I don't know if we're going to really need this, all right, but I use this for my solar stuff when I work with big wires. And then it helps to have a big wire cutters, all right, like these, all right. These will cut those big wires no problem, all right, because they're super sharp and strong. All right, so I want about a foot. I'm not really going to use this anymore, so probably just going to go in the garbage. So I'm going to cut this off. Alright, so that's cut. And then what you're going to want to do is strip this. So I'm going to you probably want about 1 inch of wire. So I'm going to get this guy. Okay, I will put a link in the description to all these tools that I'm using if you're interested. Okay. Oh, that's weird. Did not work out the way I wanted it. Okay, so here's the inner workings of a 3-wire extension cord. Okay, guys. You'll have a white, you'll have a black, and you'll have a green. Okay, so green is always the ground. Okay, so if you find anything that says ground here, all right, like in the diagram, or also another thing is you can Google a diagram. Okay, I will put some links to some diagrams and stuff. All right. So when in doubt, just bust out the Google. All right. So this is a 1450 plug. So you just Google 1450 plug and like how would you wire it? Okay. So you're gonna need a screwdriver. Okay. Anyway, I may need to strip this more, guys, but but I just wanted to show you guys. So there's gonna be a green wire, there's gonna be a black wire, and there's gonna be a white wire. All right. So the green is always your ground. All right. Then the black. And normally, for a 220 volts, you would have a red, all right? So the white is going to be your red now, and the black is going to be the black, right? The black is the hot wire on an AC plug, all right? A 120 volt AC plug, okay? So it doesn't, okay, I'm going to tell you this now. It doesn't matter which way you wire it, all right, guys? Because if you wire it backwards, it's just going to work on the other phase, a different phase, okay, guys? So. Alright, so anyway, let's open this guy up. I'm going to open both of them up. Alright. So I've got Mr. Screwdriver here. Alright, it's a Phillips head. I think you can use a flat head too. Actually, let me get my fancy screwdriver here. Ooh! Okay, so there's a nut on the other side, so don't lose the nut, guys. So there's a little nut right there. All right, this particular one has a little nut on it. So make sure you don't lose them. Okay. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my fingers on the other side so I don't lose the nut. Okay. And I'm just going to let them drop. Okay, make sure you put them back, obviously. Okay, now you should be able to open it up, and there you go. There's the inner workings of a 1450 plug, alright? Is there a diagram for this? There's no diagram on this, alright. Alright, some of these will have like a diagram or something. So your red and the black are always going to be one of these plugs, okay, guys? And then there's going to be a grounding wire, right? I think that's this one right here. All right, but I will double check. Okay, so I used the Google, and here at gearit.com is a wiring diagram, all right, for this. All right, so if whatever you bought didn't come with a wiring diagram, well, you can just Google it, all right, guys. So the one I bought didn't have one, all right, and nothing is listed on the thing. So at least I don't think it is. All right, some of them will tell you like which one's the ground, which one's this and that. Okay. They're assuming that you know what you're doing. Okay. All right. So the top one. All right. The top one. You know, you could just take this bottom one out too. You don't really need it. Think about it. Yeah. You don't really need this bottom one. I think they make it so you can take it out. Oh no, you can take them all. You can take them all out. Okay. So I guess the cover is the one that holds the blades in. All right. But anyway. Or the prong is what they call it. So this top one is the ground, all right? So you're gonna wire the green wire to this, okay? And then it says here on X, all right? It says here X, the one on the right is the black, and the one on the left is the red, all right? So since you only have 3 wires, guys, you would wire the green here, the black here, and the red, all right? Even if you mixed up the red and the black, it doesn't matter, okay, guys? It'll just use a different phase, okay? So, but we'll wire it like it says in the diagram, okay? So the black will be here, and the white will be here, and the green will be here, okay? So on the other end, all right? Well, I got to figure out how to use this one now. They're all different, guys. All right, so this is this one. Okay, this one has like a little pincher dealie for it. All right, and I think you got to take the whole plug apart. Oops. Okay, don't do that. Okay, so see this one? This one has a diagram already built into it, alright? So see, it says G, W, alright, so that would mean white, I guess, and then the black will be on the right, okay? So I think that's the way they want you to do it, alright? And this one also, I think it might come with some... This is the one I got from Harbor Freight, okay, guys? Okay, anyway, let's go open this guy up. Okay, don't do that. Okay, take these out. Okay, so that's the back end to it, okay? And then this is where you're gonna plug. You're gonna wire everything in, okay? So, so this one is gonna be. Oh, there's no diagram on this side. So here is your ground. All right. Oh, there it says white. It says W right here. So I guess that means white, right? Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, I forgot how this. Okay, so we're gonna use this wire. Okay, this wire is big and beefy. All right, this is the thickest extension cord I could find on Amazon. All right, there might be other ones. All right, guys, this can handle 1,875 watts. All right, and it's 15 amp, 125 volts. All right, it's a 515P and R. All right, it's heavy duty. That's why we want to use it. Okay. So I'm not really sure what the wire gauge is on this bad boy, but we're going to use this, okay? So this one already has the plug already on the end of it, so we're just gonna reuse that. All right. So I've already had half the work done for me. So I will do another one, guys. All right. I'll do another one with this receptacle plug, okay? But for now, we'll just use this. Okay, so it's as simple as just buying an extension cord, guys, and then just hacking it up and rewiring it, okay? Alright, so I'm going to take this out. So the part that we're going to need is this part, alright guys? The receptacle. Alright, we're not going to need this. So like I said, I'm going to cut about a foot. So this is going to be our 1450 plug, alright? So I'm going to cut this right here. Okay, we can make a lot from this. Let me make it a little longer. That should be good. Okay, cut it right here. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna get the stripper. Everybody. Okay, so you want to make sure you strip enough of it to reach in there. So if it's gonna go in there like that, then I'm gonna need like at least that much. So I probably want to strip it like around here. Okay, I'm gonna get my stripper out. Okay. I didn't mess it up too bad. Okay, works pretty good. That's why I bought it. Okay, you're going to take this paper out. Alright, these are the wires we're working with. Alright, so remember, the red is going to be the white now, and the black is going to be the black still. Alright, and then the green is always the ground. Alright, so that's how we're going to wire it. Alright, okay, so you're going to want to strip these a little bit. These are pretty thick wires. These are 12 gauge. Holy moly. Okay, the other one was like 16 gauge, right? Okay. Okay, if you ruin some of the strands, it's okay. Okay. Gonna twist the wires. Okay, if you need to cut more, just cut more. Okay. Okay, so from the diagram, all right, that I showed you, we're gonna do the black on the right and the red and the white will be on the left. Okay. Oh, you can actually take these out, so you can. It's easier to just take them out. Okay, so the green one, the one I just took is the green one. All right, that's the top one. So we're going to get a screwdriver. loosen this guy up. Okay, now let's take it out. And you're gonna make like a kind of hook. And if you don't have enough, strip more. Let me strip a little more. Okay, yeah, see, it's not long enough, so I'm gonna cut more. Okay. I'm losing more and more strands of wire. It can't be good. Okay. I'll make sure there's a lot of surface contact. So it's good to make a kind of hook, or like a question mark. Okay, and then hook it. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to press that in like so. Take my screwdriver, tighten this down. Okay, so that's going to go in like this. Okay, it's going to pull that down like that. Okay, you got that? Alright, so now we're going to wire the black and the red. Alright, so that's going to go like that. So the black was on the right, right? So I'm going to move this around here. I'm going to strip more of this. Okay, same dealie. Get your screwdriver. Pin it up a good amount. Alright, which way is this guy going to go? Okay, it looks like the screw faces outward. Screw faces outward. No, just put this here like this. Alright. Okay, and then form a hook. Okay, try to cram as much wire in there as you can. Okay, just really smash that sucker in there. Okay, give it a good tug. All right, and then I'm going to take the left blade out. Okay, I'm going to cut this one. Okay, loop it around. Not as graceful as the black one that I just did. Alright, let's go tighten it up. Okay, nice and tight. Alright, now you're going to put these guys back in. Alright, so we're going to put the, so the black was on the right, right? Alright, the white is on the left. Alright, twist it any way you can to get it in there. Alright, let's do the green one is on the top, right? So put the green back in. Okay. Okay, it's kind of a struggle trying to get these all in at the same time. Okay, slide them all in. Trying to get it all to fit in there nicely. I know it's kind of It's not so pretty, guys, but it's okay. It's going to be in there. So, okay, this one, don't worry about it, all right? Because we don't have it. It's safe. Trust me. All right, so there you go. Black on the right, white or red on the left. Okay, and then your ground is on the top. This is supposed to be a neutral. We don't have 3 wires, okay? Okay, you use the neutral for the other leg. Okay, you're gonna put this in there. Let me see this. Can you take this out? I think you can take these out if the wire's too big. Let me see. Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah, better leave it. I guess if you got a big honking wire, you can use that. There's different positions you can put it in too. So, but we'll just go with that, I guess. Okay, it's gonna pinch on that a lot, all right. But that relieves the stress from it, so you don't just yank the wires out. That's what it's there for. Okay. All right, we're gonna put these screws back in. All right. Remember, if it's a different connector, it may be different. All right. So, but this is the one that I got from Amazon. All right, guys. Okay, you want to try to line everything up. Just put it back how you found it. Oh, that's why I forgot. All right. I'm all wondering why aren't they screwing in? All right, you have to put these nuts back in. All right, okay. So I'm gonna put the nuts back in. Oh, this is such a pain in the butt, man. Why can't they just make it so the nuts just stay in there? Okay, just try to get the nuts in there. Okay, and then just hold the other end, flip it over, hold it so it doesn't fall out, right? And then screw this in place. It's not going how I planned it. Okay, I'm trying to get the nut in there proper. Oh, it's sticking to the... Okay. Put the screw in. Okay, it's starting to bite. Okay, once you get one of them in, it should just hold itself in. Okay. Now I'm going to try to put this bottom one in now. That won't do it. There we go. Yeah, I kind of don't like these guys. Oh, now they're behaving. Okay, alright, sorry about that. I lost one of the nuts, but I found Alright, I found it again. Alright, I'm gonna make sure this sucker's in there all the way. Alright. Oh, and then I lost the screw. See? I don't like the way they made this thing. Okay, there we go. Make sure it's good and tight. Okay, and our first adapter is done. Alright. There it is. It's about 1 foot long. Okay, I didn't want it very long because I'm gonna store it in a bag, alright guys? So that's the first one. Okay, so this should be fine. And we'll go test it right now. Okay, so we're going to test and see if this works. Alright, so what we're going to do is plug this into here. Okay, and there's into our 14. Oh, you know what? I can't test this. I don't have a 1450 outlet. I just realized that. Okay, yeah. So I can't even test this one, guys. I'll test it when I get a 1450 outlet around, alright? Okay, so I built that, alright guys? This is a 1450 to 515R, alright? 1450P plug, right, to a 515R receptacle. Okay, so this is probably the most useful one, alright guys, so that's why I decided to do this one on video. Okay, so now we're going to go build a, I'm going to build one for a 1430 and then we can actually test it, alright, because one way I could test this, guys, is I could just open it back up and take this blade out and try it, okay, so, yeah, in fact, if you wanted to, yeah, you know, I hate to say it, oh, you can even convert this to a 1430. Where's the box for this? Does this have the blade for it? Oh, it doesn't. Right, anyway, I have the 1430 right here. So it's the same thing, guys, except this bottom plug is different, alright? See, the bottom blade is different. Yeah, we could test it. Let's test it. Come on. Let's do it. So that means I have to open it back up and take the blade out. Okay, so if you do that, so I'm just going to tell you this now. If you take this blade out, you can still plug it into the a 1430 or a 1450 outlet, okay? Because it's the same plug, guys. All right, and you know since you wired it, there's nothing plugged into this. All right, there's nothing wired to this, guys. So there's just kind of no point in having it there, anyways. All right, but I'm going to take this out again. All right. Okay, I got the cap back off, and we're just going to take this thing out here, right? The middle blade, the bottom blade out. All right, we'll put it back, but this is just for demonstration purposes, okay, guys? To show you that this works, all right? Okay, I've only got 3 of them in because I'm going to put the blade back in. I'm just going to make another adapter, okay? HadesOmega's making adapters. Alright, guys. Alright, so here in my garage, I've got my 1430 outlet right here, and we're just going to test this, alright, for make sure it works, okay? So I just want to plug that in. So yeah, just make sure that ground is in the right place, and it is. Okay. We've got the EVSE here. And I'm going to plug that into the outlet here. Okay, if something is wrong, it'll tell you. Okay. Alright. And you can see here, orange light goes on, alright, so it has power. Alright, so let's go plug it. I hope we can plug it in. I don't know if it's long enough. Okay, it's got power. Alright, now we're going to plug it in to the car. Alright, I can tell you this, I plugged it into 110 outlet earlier with this EVSE, and it said I had 6 hours to charge, okay? So, if it's charging at level 2, alright, or 240 volts or 220 volts, then that means it'll be like it'll take 3 hours, okay? Ish. So I'm going to plug this in. Oh, okay, hold on. I know what's wrong here. I put a timer on it. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna override the timer. Okay. I say charge now. Okay, so now it says 4 hours and 40 minutes. Okay. I had to move my Rav4 so it wouldn't fit. Alright, so it says 440. Before it said 6, okay guys? So it is indeed charging faster. Alright. Okay, as you can see, I've got a green light. Alright, and then also you probably want to monitor how warm that connector is getting. Okay. This we use like a thicker wire, guys, so this should be able to handle it, no problem. Alright guys, I don't think it's getting warm at all. Okay guys, so there we go. I'm gonna leave it charging for a little bit and then we'll come back. Alright, but HadesOmega is gonna make another connector, and I'm gonna show you how to do it if you don't have this end on it already. Okay, so this work was already done for me because we cut this part of the extension cord out. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do it. This guy right here. Okay, it's pretty easy. Alright, so HadesOmega is going to show you how to wire one of these into the power cord, okay? An AC power cord. Alright, and then I already showed you how to do the other end. I'm just going to show you how to do this end because the other end was already done for me because I used the one that was already on the extension cord, okay guys? But this is the same thing as this, alright? I got this at Harbor Freight, okay? I don't know if they have those anymore, but use whatever you can use, alright guys? So, alright, so the way this guy works is there's a connector clamp here. Oh, don't do that. Okay, and then that grabs onto the cord, alright, so it doesn't yank the wires out. Then you're going to want to take these 3 out. Okay. Separate it, alright, we'll use this later, alright. Take the screws out so you don't lose them. Alright, and then we'll get my cord. Okay, so I want to cut that much, alright, that's how long the adapter I want. I'm going to use these heavy duty cutters to cut the wire. Okay, that's what we're going to use. We don't need this anymore. We can probably make 10 more of these. Okay, and then I'm going to get the stripper. And then, so we got to figure out how much we're going to need. So we're going to open this bad boy up. Okay, this is going to go through the hole here. Alright, and then this is going to go something like that. Alright guys, so we're going to need like that much. Probably strip that much off. Okay, the Jokari stripper. Okay, if you don't have one of these cool strippers, you're going to have to use a knife, alright guys, or some kind of a cutter, and just be very careful. More force, huh? Alright. Okay. Okay. I might need to do it more. Take this toilet paper out. Yeah, I think I need to do more. Oh. Yeah, maybe another ½ inch. I'm gonna strip it another ½ inch. Okay, get these lines and pliers. Try to twist this off. Okay, I very carefully stripped it. Like I showed you before, you're gonna have 3 wires. All right, you're gonna have a green, black, and white. All right, the white's gonna be your red. All right, guys, and then the green is gonna be your ground. Okay, so find out how much you need to strip. Man, this is small, dude. All right, you want enough so you can do a little hook. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna strip like half of this. Yeah, I get the feeling I should use the 10 gauge one. Yeah, the 10 gauge works better. I should have used 10 gauge all along. This is not a 12 gauge. It's like a 10 gauge. It's thick wire. It's good stuff. Okay, I'm gonna twist these up, and you're gonna run this. I guess since I don't have the other end, I'm not gonna put this in. All right now, but you would put this in first. All right, guys. You would put this in before you. Oh man, it's coming. All right, you feel me? But since there's no other end on it, I don't need to do that. Okay, guys. Okay, so the top one is always green. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna open the top one. Oh, just open them all. Oh, there's not a lot of room to work in there. I don't think you can make a little hook for this one. You're just gonna stick it in there, guys. Okay. So I'll probably just wind up cutting these. Yeah, you can't. The way they design this thing, you can't make a little hook. Unless you. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna take the screw out. gonna take our wire. Man, this thing is a thick boy. It's a thick boy wire. Okay, I think that's as much as we can get in there, guys. So I'll put this back. All right, I'm gonna get the screw and stick it through the hole, tighten it. Okay. All right, and then so it was saying the white one is this one. All right, this is the white one, and you can double check through. Okay, so you've got the instruction manual for the. This one does have an instruction manual. This is 7. Didn't see anything, man. So the green wire goes to the green terminal pocket, the white wire goes to the white terminal, and the black goes to the brass terminal pocket. What the hell is that? Ah, okay. This is the brass one, alright? So the black one goes to brass, alright? So that's why, but it says W, so you can't mess it up, guys. There's a W, alright, guys? So just put the white where the W is if you're using one of these Harbor Freight ones. Alright, so I've got to cross it then. And you know what, man? It's kind of too difficult to take this out like that. Okay, this one I'm just gonna do an L, kind of like that. Okay, stick it in there like that. Yeah, I might have want to strip this a little more. Strip the main jacket. Okay, you're gonna put the little clamp thing back on. Okay, we're gonna put the clamp thingamajigger in. Okay, and they're nice and tight. Okay. Oh God, how am I going to do the other one? This one's got to go underneath. Oh, the whole thing fell apart. All right, don't worry, we'll put it back. Okay, maybe HadesOmega should have stripped this more. Okay, I'm going to take this screw out. Alright, you can also just stick it in there and tighten it, alright? But I'm trying to get as much surface area as I can in there. Okay, so that was the brass screw that I took out. Alright, we're going to take the clamp part out. Okay. This bad boy up. I don't think we got enough wire. Barely fits. Okay, just try to cram as much in there as you can. Okay, yeah, these terminals aren't like the best, man. Okay, it's gonna go something like that. I'm gonna put the clamp back in. Okay, HadesOmega's not an electrician, alright guys, but I try to do the best I can. Okay, we're going to tighten the brass screw in. Alright, should look like that. I'm going to put this guy back in. Alright, so remember the ground is the green, right? Put this guy back together. Not sure why it fell apart. There we go. That's kind of cool. That was the inner workings of it. Okay. So now we're going to put this guy back in. Or, well, yeah. So let's feed this into here. Oh, it doesn't want to go. Okay, there we go. So feed that into there. Okay. And then you're going to want to line up. Oh yeah. Okay, so there's the 3 screws in there, right? So you just want to line up the 3 screws with the 3 screws on the front. All right. I think it's you can't mess it up, guys. Okay. And then you're going to put your 3 screws in. Okay. And then we're going to close this guy up. Okay, that should squish the wire quite a bit. Okay, there you go. And then you got a kind of mini extension cord. Alright, so I'm going to go wire the other end on this. I'm going to put a 1430p on this guy, okay, and then we're going to test it out on my dryer outlet. Okay, but I'm not going to get that on video. I got the 1450 on video. Alright guys, I'm just going to do the same thing with that, alright? Alright, and then so in the meantime, we're still charging, alright guys? Alright, I got the green light, and I'm going to just double check to make sure this stuff is not getting hot, alright? It's not getting hot at all. Okay, the connector's not getting hot. Outlet's not getting hot at all. Okay, so it's good to go. So everything is safe. So I highly suggest, if you're doing this, guys, you're making adapters for this guy, make sure that you test it out, you know? The first time you use it, make sure you monitor it, okay? Make sure it doesn't get too hot, all right? That'll cause fires and stuff, so, you know, just make sure that everything is safe. All right, so I'm gonna go make put the 1430 plug on this, all right, and then we'll test that out with this, okay? But basically, this is just gonna plug into the EVSE, and then this is gonna plug into the outlet, okay? Alright guys, so I'm done making the adapter. Alright, so there's the receptacle and that's the plug, right? This is the 1430p. It says it right there. Okay, so we're going to go test this guy out on the RAV4. Okay, let's go! Alright, so I'm going to unplug my 1450 creation. Okay. And then I'm going to plug this guy in. So I'm going to plug this into here. Right, and then we're going to plug this into here. Okay, I got a power light. Right, and I'm going to go plug it into the RAV4. You'll see a green light go on. I gotta hit the charge button real quick. Okay, there's a green light. It should be charging now. Right, so let's go check the RAV4. Okay, I got a green light. And it should say how many hours or whatever. Okay, we got 3 hours and 30 minutes to charge, okay? So alright guys, so you can see it's charging just fine, alright? And so this is the 1450 adapter, and then this is the 1430. I'm gonna put the blade back on this one, alright guys? Yeah, you can see it works just fine, alright? The way I wired it and everything. So if you don't feel comfortable, if you watch my video and you don't feel comfortable doing this, don't do it, okay guys? You could potentially, you know, your RAV4 could catch on fire, your garage could catch on fire, or wherever you're plugging it in could catch on fire, alright guys? But you see me do it, alright? And I done it and it works, alright? And I've been doing it for a while now, alright guys? So like I said, I just wanted to make this travel charger. So in the next clip, you'll see I will have done all the adapters, and then I'm gonna put everything in a bag, and that's gonna be like my kind of travel charger setup. All right, guys. I know I already have one in the trunk. All right, in the little compartment in the trunk. I already have a turbo cord there, but I wanted to bring something else. You know, when I go to the racetrack and stuff with a bunch of different adapters on it. Okay, so that's scoop. I'll show you everything I have in that little kit when I'm done. All right, like I said, I like this guy better because the cord is nice and flexible. All right, and I like the connector on it and everything. All right, the Toyota stuff is really good. Also, it doesn't care if you have a ground on it. Also, so yeah, it's kind of not Mr. Safety EVSE. All right, thanks for watching. In the next clip, you'll see the final kit. All right. Alright, hey, HadesOmega here, and here's my little travel kit that I made, alright? So, when I want to go places to charge my RAV4, alright, like if I'm traveling or something, I'll have my EVSE and a bunch of adapters, okay? So, like I mentioned, I like the Toyota one because it's nice and flexible, okay? Not like my other one. Alright, so, like I said, I got this one for a good deal. Alright, also this is the bag that I'm using for it, alright. It's a bag made by Toomey, I guess. I don't know. I guess it's kind of like a luggages, alright. It's like a carry-on luggage. I got this at a garage sale, alright guys, probably for pretty much nothing, alright guys. And I didn't want to buy it, but I said, hey, maybe I could use it for something, and sure enough, here I am using it for something, okay. So I've got the EVSE in here. Alright, it's got a lot of compartments, so that's nice. Alright, so that's the EVSE right there. Okay, we'll just roll it up. I can wrap it around my elbow. Alright, there it is. There's the hairdryer. Alright, there's some more. There's lots of compartments in this, and then I've got the adapters in this. Also, you can expand this too. So, but I don't think we have to. Okay. So these are all the adapters. This is a 1030p. Alright, HadesOmega used to live in an old house that had a 1030p outlet. These are actually outlawed now, I found that out. Alright, you really can't use them. This center port here is just a neutral. There's no ground, so this isn't like a grounded thing. So that's why they don't really use these anymore. You'll find these in old houses, okay? And that's why I wanted to ding this, alright, because the house I used to live in had one of these, and I used it to charge my motorcycle, okay? And then this is the 1430p, okay? The only difference between the 1430 and 1450 is this has a like an L-shaped blade down here, okay? That's the I think that's the neutral, and it's not connected to anything also. So, all right. And then this one is a this is the first one that we made. This is a 1450 adapter, all right. Okay. And then I made this, all right, and I messed up, all right. So I have to buy the right end for it, all right, guys. So notice they look different, right? This one you can plug into that one, okay. I need to find the receptacle. Okay, this is the plug for it. All right, sorry, the camera's like it's too bright. Can't see it, but yeah, it's a plug and it's not a receptacle. I have to go buy the receptacle and wire this, okay? But this is a L620p, all right. It's a twist lock connector. That's 240 volts, all right. So you might find these in places, all right. This is the one that you put in and you twist it, all right. So HadesOmega still needs to fix this one, all right. But yeah, you may find something like this in the wild. Right? And then I have my park tool. I mean this the park, I think it's called Park World. They're the ones that make it. Alright, I made a video about this, but this is a shore power connector. Alright, you'll find these at like event centers and fairgrounds and stuff. They're for hooking like big rigs and stuff. Alright. It's for big power. Alright guys. It's a lot like the L620, yeah? But there it is. Okay, and this one, you have to plug it into the 1450p. Alright, so you gotta get this guy. Plug it into here. Okay, and then you plug it into the EVSE. All right, so you plug this into the short power outlet. All right, it goes. You plug it in, and you're supposed to twist it. Okay, guys, and then you plug this into the EVSE. All right, and then it should work. All right, I use this all the time at Sonoma Raceway. I know where there's one there, so I know where there's two at Sonoma Raceway actually. Okay, it's got a nice little pull plug here. Oh boy, it's kind of hard to get out. There we go. Okay, still new. But yeah, there it is. So there's this guy. It's Park World. All right, I'll put a link in the description where you can get one of these guys if you're interested. All right, I've actually used it quite a few times, so we'll do it. Right. So I've got that, and yeah. All right, so that's it. All right, guys. That's the whole kit, all right, and everything just all goes in here. I could probably just put everything in that one big pocket too. So, so all of it would just go back in here. All right. To be honest, guys, these Harbor Freight receptacle plugs, these 515Rs, I don't like them, guys. All right, so if I were you, I would find something else. All right. I will see how long these last, but they're just kind of. I feel they're kind of cheaply made. I don't know how long these would last out in the world. All right, so yeah, I'm kind of not happy with these. I would find a better one. Okay, guys, something. But I bought them because they were cheap. All right, so and now I know why they're cheap. All right, so go to Home Depot and get a better connector or something. Okay, but anyway, we'll try this all out. All right. And we'll see how it turns out. All right, but I do like this. I like this EVSE a lot. I like this the Toyota one. It's really nice. There's a bunch of pockets here. There's kind of too much stuff in this bag. I might put it in the other bag. I'm not sure. All right, but maybe. Oh, you know what? I can probably put these. Over there. Let's do that real quick. So let's put this in the big compartment because it's the one that takes up the most space. It's got all the wire and all that stuff. Let's put this in there. Okay, and then we could put these here, like put maybe two per thing. It's almost like a little filing cabinet. It's like what it is. Okay. Okay, and then we'll just close it all up. I think it was better the other way. Anyway, there it is. Alright, guys. I'll just close up all the pockets. And it's got handles and everything. Alright, it does kind of take up a lot of space. That's the kind of drawback to it. Alright, I know space is kind of limited in the Rav4, man. Alright, especially when you're packing. Alright. Okay, so there it is. That's my little kit for my on the road travels. Alright, it's for charging level 2. Okay, it's always nice to have a level 2 charger. I do have the turbo cord in the Rav4, so I could use that also. All right, but like yeah. This one has a shore power connector and it has a Toyota charger. So and also I don't have to dig out the EVSE out of the trunk. So that's the other bonus. Okay. All right. So I hope this was a entertaining and educational video. All right. That's HadesOmega's little travel EVSE setup. Okay, it's basically the Toyota EVSE with a bunch of adapters for 240 volt outlets. Okay, I think it's totally safe. All right, guys, but HadesOmega will have to test it out in different areas. Okay, but it works good in my garage, and that's the only place I use the Toyota EVSE anyways. But now HadesOmega is going to bring it out into the world, and we're going to test it in different places. Okay, so yeah. Look for, maybe I'll do a little review on it in the future, alright? Like I already don't like those receptacle connectors, so yeah, I'll put a link in the description to everything that I used for this video, alright, including the tools and stuff, as much as I can, alright, if you want to build something like this, alright, and I showed you how to build one from scratch, okay? I might make that a separate video also, okay? Alright, thanks for watching. HadesOmega out.